Mega Raichu X and Mega Raichu Y will be making their Pokémon GO debut this weekend. Don't overraid this Pokemon, I'm gonna explain why. We're gonna put everything on a calendar for you this week. We're then gonna run through event details, we're gonna cover strategy and counter guides for both Raichu X and Y. We're then gonna look at how good these Pokemon really are, and right at the end we're gonna discuss, are they really worth raiding? This is Mega Raichu X versus Mega Raichu Y. Go with us. Shh. Let's open up straight onto our calendar now. As you can see, guys, everything's been laid out already, and we dropped this video on Sunday night. Please check it out up here, and we will leave it as the end screen. This video is going to be purely based on Mega Raichu X and Mega Raichu Y this weekend on Saturday between 2 to 5 p.m. local time. Before we go any further, let's have a look at our two featured Super Mega Raid Day Pokemon, Mega Raichu X and Mega Raichu Y. These Megas can be obtained from the Pikachu line or the Pichu line, depending on how you want to say it. Pichu can evolve into Pikachu using 25 candies, Pikachu can evolve into Raichu using 50 candies, and as of recording this video, it looks like to Mega Evolve Raichu into Mega Raichu X and Y, you will need 300 Mega X energy or 300 Mega Y energy. Remember I said don't overrate these Pokemon, I'm slowly gonna explain why now. Let's kick off with how good Raichu is in 2026. Unfortunately, it only has a max CP of 2467, its attack value doesn't even break 200, its defense is sitting at 151 and 155, which therefore means this Pokemon is the 82nd best electric type attacker in the game. In the Great League, it's barely breaking into the top 200. Unfortunately, because this Pokemon was released almost 9 years ago now, it's just getting outclassed. But how good are these Megas? Let's kick off with Mega Raichu X's stats. Mega Raichu X is a pure electric type Pokemon. It has a max CP of 3969, which is a pretty solid start, has an attack value of 277, defense of 203, and a stamina of 155. The fast and charge attacks of Mega Raichu X will be the exact same as Mega Raichu Y, but their stats differ. But let's look at this move pool very quickly. Its fast attacks are going to be Thunder Shock, Spark, Volt Switch, and Charm. Its charge attacks are going to be Wild Charge, Thunder Punch, Thunder, but as you can see the star is next to Thunder, that means this will require an elite charge TM. Brick Break is in there, Trailblaze, Skull Bash, and Surf. Massive coverage on these Pokemon. The other quick thing I just want to mention here is that for both Mega Raichu X and Mega Raichu Y, the additional move cost will only cost 10,000 Stardust. A lot of people forget to do this. This is a very cheap cost. Pretty solid start, but let's move on to Mega Raichu Y. Also, it is a pure electric type, but it has a max EP of 4274. This is starting to become a lot more respectable. Have a look at Mega Raichu Y's base attack stat. 339. That is one of the highest we've seen in Pokemon GO. Not the highest, but certainly one of the highest. However, back to these base stats, you can see that its defense is only sitting at 157, which is incredibly disappointing, and an HP stat to back that up of 155. So this Pokemon is going to hit very hard, but it's going to be tremendously glassy. After having a look at these base stats, I'm going to break down why you shouldn't overrate these Pokemon a little bit. But let's have a look at these details very quickly. Every single trainer is going to get a free timed research where we're going to be able to earn one premium battle pass as well as an encounter with Steelix. If we have a look at the bonuses of these 3 hours, the remote raid limit is going to be increased to 20 from Friday the 17th at 5 p.m. PDT time all the way until Saturday the 18th at 8 p.m. PDT time. Trainers can receive up to 6 free raid passes on this day, but a quick tip here, if you didn't do a raid the day before on Friday, remember we are in the Pikachu celebration event, only certain Pikachu can be found in raids, so try and hold off on that Friday so you can get a free pass for a total of 7 on that Saturday. Once you defeat Mega Raichu X or Y, you will then get an encounter with Raichu. That is going to have an increased shiny rate, most likely at 1 in 10 odds, and on top of that, every single one of these Raichu will be guaranteed Mega Level 1. Because pretty much all of us were playing GoFest Global this weekend with Mega Mewtwo X and Mega Mewtwo Y, we should now all have a clear idea on how these Super Mega Raids work. If you don't understand how these are going to work, Mega Mewtwo X and Mega Mewtwo Y required 10 shields, which pretty much meant that you needed at least 10 trainers in the party, with each trainer having a Mega Evolve Pokemon for a total of 10 Mega Pokemon. And a very long story short, 1 Mega Pokemon equals 1 shield broken, because you can only break the shield with a Mega Pokemon's move. So you need to be in a party with at least 8 people having 8 Mega Pokemon evolved. How do you enter these Super Mega Raids? Technically, there are 4 ways you can enter these raid battles. In person, you can use your Daily Pass, which is free, you can use your Premium Green Pass, or you can use 200 linked charges. If you want to remote raid this Pokemon, you will need 1 remote raid pass and then 200 link charges as well. A lot of trainers over GoFest Global had one big complaint. How do I find these Super Mega Raids and how do I find the people to play with? The best way to do this is that... Yeah, sorry. Pikachu is not supposed to be part of this video, but he's just told me right now that only 30% or so of people watching this video are actually subscribed. Yeah, I know, but yeah, I'm trying to tell them. Just subscribe, guys, otherwise it's gonna... Back to how we find these Super Mega Raids. Remember that Pokemon Go has released a new map feature, which we're gonna leave on screen right now. In the days leading up to this event, you can see in your local area, and I'm gonna leave just a random place in America right now, for example, where these Mega Raids are going to be in Chicago, for example. This is going to be your best way to try and locate an area, and I'm almost guaranteed there will be community ambassador meetups so you can get premium rewards as well, but most importantly, you can jump in these lobbies to complete these raids a lot easier. You can also upgrade your Mega Raichu X or Mega Raichu Y raid day with the raid day ticket. This is going to cost you a total of $5, and these are going to be the following rewards. We can receive up to another 14 raid passes from spinning gym discs. Trainers can get an increased chance to get rare XL candy where completing these raid battles. We can get an additional 5,000 XP, as well as an additional 5,000 Stardust from completing these Super Mega Raids. Buying this ticket can give you incredible Stardust, but more specifically XP gains, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a little bit as well. Now that the details are out of the way, what is our best strategy to take down Mega Raichu X or Mega Raichu Y? We already explained that you need to have at least 8 trainers in the lobby with 8 Mega Pokemon. But in terms of taking these Pokemon down, it's always best to look at its weaknesses and its resistances. As you can see, Mega Raichu X and Mega Raichu Y, because they share the same electric typing, resist 3 different types: electric, flying, and steel, but they are both weak to one type only, which is going to be ground, which means all the counters we use on this day should be only ground type. The counters on screen right now are going to be your best Mega Pokemon, your best Shadow Pokemon, as well as some top counters you want to be using. As you can see, a lot of them hold the ground typing. The next page I'm showing you right now are going to be the budget counters. These are going to be the Pokemon that are a lot more accessible, especially if you don't have some of the Megas or Legendaries or Shadows that you can power up. These Pokemon are vital to use, but I'm gonna say it again, the most important thing is that you need 1 Mega Pokemon to break 1 shield. Once you defeat Mega Raichu X and Mega Raichu Y, you will then get an encounter with Raichu. That 100% CP is going to be 1247 and non-weather boosted weather, but the weather boosted CP is going to be 1558, and that's going to be in rainy weather only because of its electric typing. As we said, once you encounter this Raichu, it should have a 1 in 10 odds of being that shiny Raichu. But also, because the base floor coming from these Super Mega Raids is going to be 10-10-10, you have a 1 in 216 chance that this could be a hundo, or a shundo if you're very, very lucky. Before I get into how good Mega Raichu X and Mega Raichu Y really will be in Pokemon Go, let's have a look at how we can maximize this event first. And I'm going to start off with tip number 1, which is going to be candy gains. The first thing I'm going to say here is, remember I said you need a Mega Evolve Pokemon in the lobby? I would strongly recommend not using a ground type Mega. Of course, if you use something like a Mega Garchomp with Earth Power, you're going to be doing a lot more damage, especially when those shields are broken. However, when it comes to candy gains, there's a better way to do this. Breaking the shield is not power based. All it's based on is a move coming from a certain Mega Pokemon. So I would strongly recommend Mega Evolving a Mega Level 3 Electric type Pokemon like Mega Manectric or Mega Ampharos and place this in your party to break the shield, because upon breaking the shield and defeating the raid boss, and with 8 people in the lobby, you will easily defeat the Mega Raid boss once the shields are broken. You will then be able to get more candy as well as XL candy upon capture. With a Mega Level 3 Electric type Pokemon, every Raichu you catch, you're going to be getting 5 candy, but that's without the use of a Pineapple or Silver Pineapple. With those two, you could be getting up to 8 or 9 candy per catch. On top of that, a Mega Level 3 Electric type is going to grant you 25% chance extra to get extra XL candy as well upon capture. On top of that as well, like we said earlier, we are in the middle of the Pikachu celebration event. The Go Pass, especially at Tier 1, is that we can get 2 times chance for candy for Pokemon, as well as a greater chance for XL candy upon transferring Pokemon as well. If you have the deluxe version of this Go Pass, it's going to be 3 times transfer candy, as well as an even greater chance to get more XL candy upon transferring. This is another great way, if you have a lot of these stacked up, to transfer them to get even more Raichu candy if that's what you really wanted. Tip number 2, how do I maximize XP? If you have the ticket, let me break this down for you. Every single Super Mega Raid is going to be granting you 15,000 XP. If you have the ticket, it's going to be 20,000 XP. I would strongly recommend popping a lucky egg. I was doing this over Glowfest Global with the Mega Mewtwo, and guys, the XP gains were just astronomical because of course it was also 10 times catch XP with an excellent throw. So guys, every single raid you were getting over 60,000 XP in that example. But in this example, with a lucky egg pop, you're going to be getting 40,000 XP per raid with the ticket. Guys, that is very, very good, especially if you're on your way to level 70 or to level 80. These days are incredible days for resource gains. This also applies to Stardust as well, and I think originally as well, you get about 2,000 Stardust per Super Mega Raid battle. So with the star piece running, guys, you're going to be getting over 10,000 Stardust per raid. Don't overlook that. All of these Raichu caught during this event, including having the ticket, is a great way to stack on top of that Stardust, pop those star pieces as well. Great Stardust gains available. The next thing you guys need to be very wary of going into this event is going to be the Platinum medals. First and foremost, pay attention to that Rocker medal. This requires you to catch 2,500 electric types. Once you do, you will then get a +4 base catch bonus for that specific type, especially on legendary electric type Pokemon like this Raichu on screen right now. The next one you need to remember to do, because a lot of people will forget it, is going to be the Mega Evolution Guru medal. The reason why this is important is that over the last week, we have 4 new Mega Evolutions, which is Mega Mewtwo X and Y, and of course now, Mega Raichu X and Y. The next one we have to mention is going to be that Pikachu fan medal. As we've said, the Pikachu celebration, we've mentioned it a few times, but Pikachu are going to be everywhere. This is one week that you just have to complete these medal. It's very easy to do. Please consider your Rising Star Duo medal as well. You're going to be raiding with friends, which of course you need to have at least 8 party members in these parties, a good medal to chip away at. And just to throw this in now, remember, if you do raid with friends, especially with a great Ultra or Best Friend, you will get a big damage boost, especially at Best Friends with 10%. Those are your most important Platinum medals, but here is the real thunder of this video. Are these Pokemon really worth raiding? And why shouldn't you overraid them? Let me show you why. Let's start off with Mega Raichu X. We've shown you his base stats, we're gonna bring up on screen again. Unfortunately, how this translates onto this Pokemon with its best moveset using Wild Charge as the best electric type charge move, unfortunately Mega Raichu X is not even gonna be in the top 10. If we have a look at the DPS on Mega Raichu X, it's relatively respectable, but that's a TDO sitting at 317, which is below a lot of the other Pokemon, especially in the top 15. If we move on to Mega Raichu Y, how does this base stats translate as an electric type attacker? It is considerably better. It has over 3 more DPS points. It's currently sitting at 28.67, but its TDO is even worse. It's sitting at 287, making it the worst TDO out of the top 15. Mega Raichu Y is going to hit harder because its DPS is a lot better, and of course in raids we know that DPS is very, very important. But as a trainer myself, I think TDO in defense is very underrated, which is why something like Primal Kyogre and Primal Groudon are extremely good. In both of these Pokemon's case, terribly, terribly glassy. They are going to hit pretty hard, but if we just do some comparisons, we've just had Mega Mewtwo X and Mega Mewtwo Y release. If we have a look at both of them with Thunderbolt, they are both beating this Pokemon, both in the electric type category. That for me is a significant statement. More than that, we also know that Zeraora was just released in special research. We do know through the Legends ZA game that Mega Zeraora will be returning, and that base attack stat is sitting over 360. So that Pokemon's DPS is already going to be higher once it comes. It doesn't end there. Shadow Reshiram is with Giovanni right now, but we already know that Shadow Zekrom will be coming next month, and that is going to become the second best electric type attacker in the game, only when Mega Zeraora comes out, so it's actually going to be the first. Guys, that is very important information, and in my opinion, it should really dictate how you play this day and what you should really prioritize going forward. Is this Pokemon good, especially if you are a new or returning player, to have a top electric type attacker? Absolutely. If you are an advanced player looking for absolute power, honestly, I would wait for something better. All of the reasons I've just listed are why you shouldn't overrate this Pokemon. You should probably rate it for resource reasons more than the actual power reasons. If you guys want to see everything going on in Pokemon Go this week, please check it out to my top left. You guys are loving those episodes every single Sunday, but also on top of that, how good is Mega Mewtwo X versus Mega Mewtwo Y? We found some very interesting findings, and you're going to want to check that out with the end screen to my top right now. Love you guys, go with us. Remember to hit that like and subscribe button. We stacked this video. This is Mega Raichu X versus Mega Raichu Y. Which is stronger? You tell me.